All right, good morning, guys. This is Josh and Adolfo from the account executives from Dell EMC. How's everybody doing this morning?
I'm a little tired. We've had a lot of meetings this morning, but I'm still really excited to be meeting with you guys today.
It's been a lively morning to say the least. I'm a bit exhausted, but it's always a pleasure meeting new faces and making new relationships.
I'm glad to hear the positive attitude. And while I'm sure you guys have been very busy, I hope that what we can present to you guys today is going to leave a positive impact on you. I feel like when it comes to a day, it's not just like about a big moment or a really small moment that actually really determines. Let me rephrase. It's not like a big, huge negative thing or a small, small, little positive thing that really impacts the day, rather the smaller little impacts throughout the day that end up having a good effect on you. So I know for a fact that what we're going to be able to talk with you guys today is going to leave that positive impact.
Well, I hope so. And honestly, I couldn't agree more. We're really excited to hear what you guys have to offer.
Awesome. Well, I know we agreed on it prior to the meeting, but I just wanted to make sure 10 to 11 minutes is good for you guys.
Sure thing. 10 minutes is just the amount of time we have.
Perfect. All right. Excellent. Well, getting right into it, as stated before, we are account executives with Dell Technologies. We have both been working for the past 2 years with Dell, and we specialize in improving efficiency of organizational data. And the ever-expanding world that we live in today will require, a lot of data and big data infrastructures amidst the hopeful back half of the pandemic that we're in. And it's not only necessary, but essential to keep every business on top of the systemic issues that everyone is undergoing.
With all that being said, let's figure out the exact best ways for Dell EMC to help you.
Awesome. Well, firstly, to gain a bit more perspective, I would like to ask, what's your main focus for the last quarter, as well as early stages of the upcoming year for you guys?
So first of all, we're looking to cut costs. Right now, we're spending roughly $50,000 per month on IT support, and we're definitely looking to reduce this amount. Additionally, we have 8 different suppliers to provide for support for our current IT infrastructure, and we're looking to lower this amount and ideally have a singular point of contact for all of our IT needs in its entirety.
Yeah, so that pretty much covers our financial goals with this project, but we have some other goals that we'd like to have met as well. Firstly, we've been seeing increased downtime throughout our network, because we're experiencing higher than normal influxes of traffic due to the pandemic, and it seems our current equipment is operating above capacity for our network, and it's causing bottlenecks. Finally, we have heard about data breaches at colleges such as Syracuse University that happened this year, and updating our cybersecurity for our students and faculty is pretty important to us.
I got you. All right, I'm hearing what you guys are saying, and I appreciate you for sharing. I had a little bit of a question. So considering all of that high volume, high traffic bottlenecking that you guys are dealing with, if that were to continue into next year, throughout the year, what's like the worst case scenario you could see yourselves in?
Well, as you know, we're starting to transition back into regular life once again with the pandemic on, the tail end of it. And we're starting to see more students come back in the classroom. However, we believe the pandemic has somewhat, permanently changed the way some of our students are learning. And we're still expecting higher than normal traffic as more coursework has been moved to an online format. So even with students back in the classroom, our fear is that downtime on the network could prevent the faculty and our students from being able to access the tools they need to learn and teach. And that's obviously pretty catastrophic for us.
Of course. Well, I would like to let the two of you know that we can ease those fears. Here at Dell, we have a product that will optimize your storage and backup data, establish higher predictability of the performance of your systems, and sustain higher standard across in the entire platform. And the product that we have for you guys is called the VX Block. And if I could just show you, let's see if I can share it with you guys. Let's see. Awesome. Can you guys see my screen?
Not quite yet.
Not quite. All right. Let me get. Sorry about that. How about now?
Yep.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay, well, the VX Block is a system designed to help data operations within the IT sector. And we focus on helping to address growing online technology platforms that perform using a lot of the data, much like Bower does. And so the VX Block uses multiple servers for a variety of workloads that will allow Bower to expand their digital service to at higher speeds and make completing tasks seem effortless in comparison to what you're used to. And our system will provide you with high-level data storage, which means that saving projects and reaccessing the data will be much easier since all of your work is using the VX block will be stored efficiently. Our backup, recovery, replication, and continuous protection of the data will help make Bower's data much more secure in case of any potential data breaches or cyber attacks. And I did hear you say that you found out about a university that dealt with that, so that's very important. Our product also gives the efficient and predictable performance that Bower will need in order to prevent any sort of lag or system downtime that seems to plague a lot of institutions that deal with big data infrastructures, much like yours. And to go along with all of this, our net promoter score is the highest when compared to other similar providers like Amazon Web Services or IBM Cloud. And as well, Dell EMC is also the primary choice for the enterprise external OEM storage systems, which is what a lot of institutions use, with a market share of around 26.8%.
So we do not only just have this product alone ready for you, but also two potential buying options that we can show you now. If my colleague would please go to the next slide. Thank you so much. So the main focus that you'll be able to see from our first option is that you would be paying $40,750 a month, which will end up costing you about $489,000 annually. With this option, you'll be saving quite a bit more than your current expenses have you saving at this time. But the main difference between this and our second option is that the overall level of commitment. Now, while with the first option, you're going to be having a year-to-year level of commitment, the second is a 5-year contract that will come with the added benefits of free upgrades on all purchased products, as well as warranty on potential defects. The two significant financial differences are that with the second option, you're going to be making semi-annual payments, and that cost overall, as the first one compared to the second, is that with the second option, you'll be paying about $5,000 more.
And with both of these options in mind, after explaining them, how do you feel about using our VX Block system to successfully provide for the current and future needs of Bower?
Well, I must say that, and I believe my colleague will agree with me, from a goal-oriented perspective, both of these options sound great for Bower, honestly. In fact, making a commitment like the second option presents would be considerable for us because of the benefits. And the only thing, however, is, and I think this is the only concern, would be the $5,000 price increase. And I understand you guys may not think it's that much. However, it's very important that we save as much as we can.
Okay, I'm hearing what you're saying, and I absolutely understand that concern. Now, when it comes to making a larger investment, more always has to be put in to justify it. Now, to put your fears to rest, I would like to remind you that with this option, you're establishing a high level of benefits that will always be available to you. You see, as we at Dell continue to innovate our VX block, you here at Bower will continue to have the most updated version of that product. Now, with that assurance, would you say that your concerns that you have had before have been at the very least, a little bit alleviated?
Yeah, I also believe that the two of us can be very successful together.
Yeah, I'd go ahead and say that you definitely have my support. You certainly seem to have won Joshua's support. So yeah, this is the best proposal we've heard all day, and I think we're excited to move forward.
Well, that's actually really great to hear. It's been wonderful meeting with you, and I'll have the paperwork finalized and everything sent over as quickly as possible. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day.
You as well.
Great, thank you. You too.
Can't wait. Thank you.
Of course.